Good afternoon. Welcome to Greensboro, North Carolina, home of Carolina Aircraft. I'm George Johnson, the Bonanza Man, and today we're here to look at one of the most beautiful 1972 V-35B Bonanzas I've ever seen, November 1693 Whiskey. Let's take a look. November 1693 Whiskey only has 4,700 hours total time since new. This engine has 1,516 hours since factory reman, and this is an IO 550 300 horsepower conversion. Notice that the airplane has GAMI fuel injectors, the Shannon baffles. It's equipped with the JPI EDM 700 graphic engine monitor that monitors all 6 cylinders. It has a Tannis engine heater, and it also has an air-oil separator. This engine is a very smooth running engine. In fact, at the annual, all the cylinders on this engine were above 70 in their compressions. November 1693 Whiskey has the Speed Slope thick windshield by Burrell de Shannon. In addition to that, it has the thicker side windows, and this also has the co-pilot vent window by Burrell de Shannon. The paint and interior of 1693 Whiskey is excellent. I would rate both an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10. It's overall Vestal white with Regent red and Pearl Fawn metallic. And the interior was done by Airmod, so the interior is a beautiful interior. November 1693 Whiskey has the Beach Tail mod, and the tail is in excellent condition. I don't see any corrosion. In fact, all of the paint is in very nice condition on the airplane. You'll notice it has the Stinger tail cone. This is part of the Mike Smith speed modification, the de Shannon Stinger tail mod. It also has the internal antennas that have been installed for the COM2 antenna. It has the exhaust extension, tailpipe modification. It has the gap seals. The big antenna that's usually on top of the V-tail has been removed. The handles on the cowling have been removed to add speed. And of course, with the IO 550 300 horsepower engine, this is a very fast, efficient airplane. 1693 Whiskey has the large baggage door with a huge baggage compartment. Let's take a look. And you'll get a glimpse at the Airmod interior, the way they do the interiors. You can put up to 270 pounds back here as long as you don't overload the airplane or get it out of CG. And this airplane has 1,187 pound useful load, which is more than some A36s, and this is without getting the STC for the IO 550 300 horsepower engine. 1693 Whiskey has a beautiful quality Airmod interior. If you've ever had an airplane with an Airmod interior, you know what quality they do. Take a look at the quality of the seats, the quality of the carpet, the sidewalls, the headliner. The windows are openable back here so you can get more ventilation while you're on the ground. And it's very roomy back here. I'm almost 6 feet tall and I've got plenty of headroom. I've got plenty of knee room, and this is with a seat all the way back. And with the armrest, it's almost like sitting in an easy chair in my living room. This is a really beautiful airplane. 1693 Whiskey has an awesome instrument panel for a 1972 V-35B. It's been totally updated. Let's take a look, starting on the pilot side. Let's take a look at the panel starting on the pilot side. Here are your switches to turn your STEC autopilot on and off, and your primary flight display on and off. This is your standby airspeed indicator. You have the Aspen EFD 1000 primary flight display, and this has your airspeed tape, your artificial horizon, your altimeter and your vertical speed indicator. Then you have your slaved HSI, which houses your number 1 GPS, nav, or number 2 VR localizer. Then you have your heading and your course knob, and it will read out true airspeed and ground speed up here on the tape and give you the outside air temperature. Beside this, we have your standby altimeter and your standby artificial horizon. Below this, we have a JPI Fuel Scan 450 digital fuel flow system, and then we have a Ryan WX10 storm scope. To the left side of your primary flight display is your number 2 nav indicator. Of course, the number 1 is on your HSI on your primary flight display. And then this is your S-Tech 30 autopilot system, and as you can see, this has altitude hold. In the center of the panel, we have all of your engine gauges, your manifold pressure and fuel flow gauge, your RPMs, your 2 fuel gauges, and all of your engine gauges in the center. And this has the JPI EDM 700 graphic engine monitor that monitors all 6 of your cylinders. Now let's take a look at the Avionics Tach. At the top of the panel, you have your PMA 8000B audio panel with your 3-light marker beacon and your built-in intercom system. Below this is your Garmin GMX200 multifunction display with IFR and VFR charts, and this also has terrain. Below this is a new generation Garmin Gtn 650 Navcom GPS with WAS, and this has your digital fuel flow built in, your fuel totalizer built in, as you can see, and this has your different pages for your nav and everything. And you can see when we changed this down here, it shows red because we're on the ground for terrain, but it also shows where we are on the airport with the chart up here. Below this is your number 2 Navcom GPS. This is a Garmin 430 GPS, and this is your nav mode. And then we have your information and your satellite pages. To the right of the Avionics Tach, we have your instrument air gauge, and then we have a digital OAT gauge, and the airplane's equipped with a 406 megahertz ELT, and this is a music input jack for your audio panel. And then we have a King KT76A transponder and a glove box below that. Now let's take a look at the pilot's control wheel. In the front we have a mic button or push to talk button. This first button is an autopilot disconnect button, and this is an autopilot engage disengage button, so we can turn the S-Tech 30 autopilot back on. At the top we have a control wheel timer that the owner has installed with an approach plate clip to hold your approach plates. And then it also has a control wheel clock, which doubles as an approach timer. On the right side of the control wheel we have a transponder ident button, and then we have a button for a map light. This puts a light in the pilot's lap, a light in the compass, in this airplane. Notice this also has a Signet Aerospace dual control wheel, which is almost brand new, and it looks brand new. The airplane's equipped with rose and sun visors, which are great because they protect the pilot's eyes, but the pilot can still see traffic through them. In addition, it has a 3/8-inch windshield and side windows by Burl de Shannon, and these are recent, so they're in really great shape, look almost new. And if you look toward the center of the windshield, you'll notice that it has a vertical card compass system. If you want a beautiful, fast, and efficient Bonanza V35B, you need to visit Carolina Aircraft to see November 1693 Whiskey. This airplane has the Mike Smith speed mods and also the IO 550 300 horsepower engine. It has GAMI fuel injectors, de Shannon baffle system, an air mod interior, great paint job, and the avionics have been totally upgraded. It has an S-Tech System 30 autopilot with altitude hold and GPSS steering. It has a new Gtn 650W with WAS, Navcom GPS. It has a Garmin 430. It has a Garmin GMX200 multifunction display with IFR and VFR mapping. It has a PM 8000B audio panel with your 3-light marker beacons and a built-in intercom system. It has a 406 megahertz ELT and lots of other fantastic equipment. Visit Carolina Aircraft in Greensboro, North Carolina to see this beautiful Bonanza, or give us a call at 336-665-0000. 0300. And be sure to visit CarolinaAircraft.com to see this gorgeous Bonanza V35B and all of our other nice Bonanzas and Barons. Have a great day.